A former US NSA and Secretary of State Henry Kissinger has died at the age of 100. The German-born former diplomat died at his home in Connecticut. So who was Kissinger and why is he even relevant today? We find out in our next report.
American diplomat and Nobel Peace Prize winner Henry Kissinger died Wednesday at his home in Connecticut. He was 100 years old. Kissinger was active late in life. He recently published a book on leadership styles and earlier this year visited Beijing to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping. Kissinger was born in Germany in 1923 and moved to the United States with his family in his teens before the Holocaust. Kissinger earned his doctorate from Harvard University in 1954 and remained on the faculty there for the next 17 years, during which he regularly consulted government agencies on diplomatic affairs. Republican President Richard Nixon first brought Kissinger to the White House as a national security advisor and later named him Secretary of State. Kissinger had a hand in many global events in the 70s, including the U.S. withdrawal from Vietnam, a long and bloody process punctuated by massive U.S. bombing of North Vietnam and Cambodia. Kissinger's 1973 Peace Prize was one of the most controversial ever, with two members of the Nobel Committee resigning over the selection when questions arose about the U.S.'s secret bombing campaigns in Southeast Asia. Kissinger's diplomatic efforts led to the opening of China, landmark U.S.-Soviet arms control talks, and expanded ties between Israel and its Arab neighbors. He became famous for his highly personal, high-pressure brand of shuttle diplomacy, and was widely hailed for his brilliance and broad experience. Others branded Kissinger a war criminal for his support of anti-communist dictatorships, especially in Latin America. Kissinger's days in the suites of power largely came to an end with the election of Democrat Jimmy Carter in 1976. After leaving government, Kissinger set up a consulting firm in New York, which offered advice to the world's corporate elite. He served on company boards and various foreign policy and security forums, wrote books, and became a regular media commentator on international affairs. Kissinger is survived by his second wife, Nancy, and two children from his first marriage.
And that brings me to the end of this edition of World 360. Thank you so much for watching. News and updates continue on CNN News 18. Stay tuned.